Alright, you guys, so this is something new to me. I don't know what to think. I've been a Mac user for such a long time, but here we go. It's time to do some changes and get into something new. So this is the Asus 2-in-1 13.3 inch Core i3 laptop. Model number is, oh god, well, they can't come out with just a regular model number. Q302LA-BHI3T09. It says Windows 8 on it. However, hey cat. It says Windows 8 on it, but it did update to Windows 10. So this is kind of my review, not only on the laptop, but on Windows 10 as well on the laptop. So, first off, I want to do the physical things about this. It's nice and thin. It's fairly lightweight for a laptop. And I'm going from an old 2007 MacBook to this. And it's the same size. It's a 13.3 inch display on it. But it is a little bit thinner than my MacBook. And it is a little bit lighter than my MacBook. But there's... where the MacBook had polycarbonate plastic on it, this just seems like regular plastic on the bottom. But it does actually seem like it's a very good quality of product. And one of the things that I liked about this was because it's a 2-in-1 laptop computer, which is kind of what I wanted, something that was not only a tablet but a laptop too. It's got the single hinge right here, which when you look at Lenovo or HP, they have dual hinges right across, and I think Toshiba might be doing the same thing. Asus does a single hinge, and the reason why they do a single hinge on here is it's less overall parts to break. Rather than having one side hinge, this is just one big hinge, so it's going to be less likely to wear out over time than having a dual hinge system. Or so they say. I don't know. We'll have to see long-term tests on that before anything. Okay, so the top of this thing. I really like the fact that it's got this nice black brushed aluminum top to it, even though I'm pretty sure it might be plastic. I'm not sure. It actually feels like it could be aluminum, but I'm not 100% fully sure on that one. You know, Asus right on the top here, but let's see what we got here. We've got HDMI port right here. You got your charger port, headphone jack, two USB 3.0 ports right here. So those are the really high speed 3.0 ports that you get right here. So that's kind of a nice feature, kind of up to date on this. On the front here, you got your lights, you know, power on, is the battery charging, and is your hard drive working? Yay! And then on the opposite side, we've got your power on off, volume rocker panel right here, your Windows home button, which is almost useless now with Windows 10, and SD card slot, regular USB port, and one of those lock key things that you can put on whatever. Alright, open it up, and it's got a nice magnetic top to it that holds it very well. And one of the things, and I don't have this on right now, but one of the things that I do like about this is it does have the nice little rubber bumper that goes around the screen, as well as the rubber bumper that goes right here on the mouse trackpad. You can kind of see right there. So it does have some nice bumpers to it to protect it. A nice aluminum band around the mouse pad, the trackpad here, and again a nice brushed aluminum finish over the top here. And again, it's a Intel Core i3. It's a Haswell 4th generation, 1.7 gigahertz dual core processor, which seems like it would be slower than my MacBook, which was running a 2.13 gigahertz Core 2 Duo whatever processor from 2007. So when you do the clocking numbers, yes, this is technically slower, but this has capabilities of 64-bit versus 32-bit, blah, 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 blah. Part of the reason why I bought this versus a MacBook was typical Apple, after so many years, they don't allow any more upgrades to it. Plus, the hardware on it, the motherboard, everything was running extremely slow. So, I mean, your typical keyboard, it does not have a backlit keyboard. That's the only thing I don't like about this. But for the cost of one of these, I picked this up for $449. I wasn't going to complain about not having a backlit keyboard. I wasn't really concerned about that anyways. So here we are. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this on, and while it's turning on, you'll be able to see. Asus, in search of incredible. Okay. So as you can see, 13.3-inch display. It does have your little webcam right here. There's a microphone probably somewhere on here. No idea where, but it's somewhere. And here we go. Quick startup. Look at that. How quick Windows 10 starts up. And this is going to be a little bit more familiar to a lot of people than Windows 8. So you're going to have your search the web and Windows right here, which is kind of nice. Let's see if it'll... And you got Cortana right here. Let's see. Here are some of the things I can do for you. You can do a lot of things for me. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, I agree. Yes. My nickname. Yeah, we'll just go with Robert. It's my normal name. I haven't fully gotten to play with Windows 10 too much. Yes, I know. Next. Okay. You're all set. No, let's get you started. Let's see. Hey, Cortana. Cortana might not hear you. The microphone... Damn it. Hey. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes. Your microphone is now set. Thank you. All right. So you got Cortana with Windows 10. Hi, Cortana. Ah, you're slow. Damn you. Damn you. I don't want you anymore. Alright, whatever. Alright. So, these things are going to be a lot familiar to particular Windows users. You do have your start menu right here, which is very old school. You got your File Explorer, your settings, your power on off, all apps. And some people that still like your Windows 8 particular programs, you still have your applications, your tiles right here. You just have to go to your start menu to get to them. So it is a little bit different from Windows 8, which is what this computer came with. So that's a little bit different than what you would have to deal with on a regular basis. So, but you do have your built-in applications, your Internet Explorer, stuff like that. I added Skype and a couple of things, and you still have your Windows Store, just like you normally would. Here's your Windows Store coming up, and that's where you can download all the different applications and whatnot for your Windows Store. You do have a nice layout right here at the bottom in your bottom right-hand screen, and it'll tell you your battery life. And this thing does have really good battery life. It's a 6-hour, 13-minute battery. As what it says right now. I've been able to squeeze out quite a couple of days, on standby, on and off. But this is essentially your new Windows 10 store right here. So, and you can get, application categories, games, all that kind of stuff, just like you can with pretty much any market that's out there right now. So, and you do have some good... Asus live update. Yeah, okay, it's checking for updates. No updates, good. I like that. The trackpad's very responsive, and you can go through your settings and adjust that. It does have Intel HD graphics. It does have a HD 4400 graphics card in this, which is partially the reason why I bought this, because Intel has actually been making some pretty good mobile graphics cards, which is good for making these videos, or at least uploading the videos and the computer being able to handle it. The screen itself is I'm going to have to check and make sure, but I believe it's a 1280 by 768. So it does do 720p HD video on it, but it's not a full 1080p HD video. So there are some downsides to it. You got your notification window, which is kind of nice. And again, this is something that is almost similar to what Android users are kind of used to. You've got your different settings right here that you can actually put in airplane mode, your screen percent, you can adjust your screen settings, your battery saver, VPN, all these different things that you can do. You can turn off your GPS location, but it does have the flip lock. And how satisfied are your experience with Windows 10? I haven't really gotten to play around with it that much, but this is something that is a little bit familiar to a lot of the Windows guys. So to the Windows faithful of Windows 7 or some of the older versions of Windows, this is something that's going to be a little bit more capable for you, which is kind of nice. Now, when you flip this over, now you got your, do you want to go to tablet mode? Ask me before switching. Remember my response and don't ask again. Yes. Bam. And now we've got this in tablet mode, which is kind of nice, because now it literally does become a tablet, something that you're used to with Windows 8, and you still have all of your tiles and everything that you're commonly used to, and it does make this a little bit easier for anybody that goes in a tablet. But this is nice because rather than having, for your two-in-one laptop computers, rather than having it either be stuck on tile mode like Windows 8. Windows 8 was tile mode all the time unless you went to the desktop view. Now it's when you flip back and forth. If you go into your tablet, if you have this set as a tablet like you see right now, now I can literally touch the keyboard. It's not going to do anything. Okay? Turn that back on. Come on. Hey, okay, there we go. So now the screen's back on. And now you can actually use this as your tablet. And there I got a whole bunch of different applications, you know, Power Director, all that kind of stuff. So let's just open up, let's do the Xbox app here. Bam. Okay. And again, you can now use this as a tablet, just like you would a regular Windows tablet. So this is kind of a nice feature. And the reasons why I bought this device was so that for somebody like my daughter to play around and do her, educational applications and whatnot, this is something that she can hold, or I can set up like this, and she can just touch on the screen, and that's what she can do. She can play with this like this. I can just have it set up and have her just touch on the screen. Oop. What do we got here? And here's a nice thing here. If your tiles aren't here, you do have all your applications right on the side. This is kind of a nice thing to play around with. So I like playing around with this in tablet mode because I love tablets, I love technology, I love all those things. So I do like these, the tablet feature. And then of course you still got, I think I just opened up something that was completely, and that the window right here will always take you back to your home screen. And then you still got Cortana, you still got, let me see if I can, okay, close that up, bam. Any other applications? Nope. Okay. So, like Facebook will probably have me. Oh, I need to do updates. All right. Since I need to do updates, we'll all do this together here. There we go. Let's see. Okay. So again, I'm kind of learning this as well. So I don't even know if they have me logged in. Yes, they do. Downloads. Let's see. Check for updates. Because some of my applications I haven't updated yet because of Windows 10. But as you can see, the simplicity of Windows 10 as far as being a device that you can use, or a software that you can use for a tablet, or in the case of a desktop. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to open Facebook. Thank you for being delayed on me. And now see, you can go back and forth between applications. So we're going to open up the store. Or not. Okay, the store closed out. I closed the store out. And I know there's some updates, but again, this is going to be about the device itself. Let me go and open up that, and well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to close this out because, bam. All right. Now, again, going back, I'm going to go to laptop mode. Should be able to, bam. Now we're back in laptop mode. And now you're back into your laptop. This is something that's going to be very familiar to all of you that are typical Windows users. Now, as far as the device is concerned, the device itself is actually very quick and responsive. Microsoft Edge. Oh, this is the new Internet Explorer. I forgot. So instead of Internet Explorer, this is now called Microsoft Edge, and it is supposed to be a lot more secure. And that's the other thing about the software, and I keep talking about the software, and I need to be talking about the device itself. Okay, so the software is a lot more secure than what the old Windows 8 was. And Windows 8 was actually a very secure system. Now this takes it to a whole other level. Now I know there's already been articles out there about security concerns, about people having access or whatever, but that goes for any mobile device, as what your phone is. Whenever you sign up for, whether it's Apple's system, the Android system, or your Microsoft system, they all do the same thing. They all have disclaimers that say that because of the device, you could get hacked or you could have somebody access your files, blah, 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 blah. Everybody has a disclaimer, and it's just a legal disclaimer so that they don't get sued. It doesn't mean that you are going to get hacked or that somebody is going to get into your computer. It just means that there is a possibility in this day and age that you could get hacked into. Microsoft has done a lot to make sure that this is more secure than what it was before. So, as you can see, this is something that's new. This is Microsoft Edge. It's no longer Internet Explorer. So again, a new secure software that is actually pretty different. And let me just go to, I don't even know, eBay. Screw it. Just do it. Take caps lock off. Bam. eBay.com. And then, there we go. All right. And if you want, you can, let's see, trackpad. Nope. Okay. Some of the things I'm going to have to get used to is not having the ability to do So software changes, I've got to get used to this too. It's going to be a little bit different, but it is something that is a little bit more familiar to me, and at least there's a desktop and a tablet view. Okay, now getting back to the device itself, okay, the Intel Core processor, again, 1.7 gigahertz, dual-core i3 Haswell processor. Does have the processing to do a lot of hyper-threading that you couldn't get on some of the other processors on there. Now, this device does have the capabilities of coming with an Intel Pentium quad-core processor, but it doesn't have the capabilities of the hyper-threading that some of these applications and software are going to be using in the future. So there is a little bit of a difference here in the device. Now, again, hardware that's in this. The Intel HD 4400 graphics card, Intel Core i3 Haswell. It does have a 500 gigabit, 5400 RPM hard drive built into it, SATA drive, 2.5 inch SATA drive built in, and the RAM memory is 6 gigabits of DDR3 RAM memory built into this device. So it is a very responsive device, and when you're comparing it to my old MacBook, this is night and day faster than the MacBook. But again, I'm talking about a MacBook that was built in 2007 versus something that is new. And of course, you've got your built-in applications that Microsoft's going to throw on here. Surprisingly enough, this didn't come with a lot. Even when I had Windows 8, it didn't come with a lot of like that bloatware software that you get before. So that was something that was really nice about it. The screen is very responsive to the touch. You can touch pretty much anywhere you want on the screen. And here we are. This is Google Chrome that I put on here because I personally love Google Chrome. That to me is my favorite web browser to go through. But here you have Google Chrome. The nice thing is some of the features that are on here. Microsoft does have a little message thing where Microsoft will send you messages. So there are a lot of really nice features with this particular device. But this is a really sturdy, nice device, and I really can't complain about running Windows 10. And I know I kind of went off on the actual device itself, but I really think that having this device and then running Windows 10, it's going to be familiar to a lot of the people that are more hardcore Windows users, but it's also going to have a nice tablet factor, and that's why I think that 2-in-1 computers, I think, are me personally, are the way to go. And nothing against Apple. I loved my MacBook. I absolutely loved my MacBook. The thing is when I look at the way of the future and basically killing two birds with one stone, you can't get better than what Microsoft offers, again, with their software and with a lot of the computer companies such as Asus that you see right here. So the Asus 2-in-1 13.3 inch Intel Core i3 2-in-1 laptop computer, I think is an absolute brilliant device, a brilliant way to go. And again, you can't beat what this device offers. Again, it's a solid product. And for the budget, consumer-minded person that wants a nice 2-in-1 computer, and again, back to school time is coming up. This is an excellent computer that you can take to class. It has a great battery life to it, and you really can't go wrong with the hard drive space. 500 gigabits of hard drive space should be plenty for a lot of documents, music, some movies, photos, whatnot, and I always recommend, if you are going to do a lot of videos or whatnot, get an external hard drive. That way you can back everything up on an external hard drive, and even for your safety, back everything up to an external hard drive anyways. Just a recommendation when you're using a computer. So this is the Asus, again, Asus 13.3 inch 2-in-1 laptop, Intel Core i3 dual-core Haswell processor, running Windows 10 now instead of Windows 8. Again, an excellent product to buy. Great back-to-school gift if you're a budget-minded person, and I know I am. It'll get the job done for a lot of you students going to school, and it's a very nice-looking product too, that a lot of people will enjoy. And it's not too big, not too small. Fit in your backpack or fit in a side bag or whatever. This is an excellent product, and it's not heavy either. I have textbooks from college that are way heavier than this thing. So great product to go with. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatnot, leave them in the comment section below. Like the video, and hope you enjoy it, and hope you guys will enjoy the laptop if you decide to make the purchase. So have a wonderful day.